Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So if you're receiving this error, that is DXGI error device removed or DXGI error device hung. So if you're receiving one of these error with the game on your Windows computer, then please follow the steps shown in this video. Now before performing any troubleshooting steps, if you have the Game Pass, if you have the game on Xbox app or Microsoft Store, you can also try the steps from this video. I made a separate video on this, so you can try the steps from this video for Game Pass user. Now, the first step is to simply restart your computer. Simply restart your computer once, and after the system restart, you can check. The next step is to update the system BIOS. Now, this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So try this. Make sure that your BIOS is up to date. So you can go to your system manufacturer website. Like if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have a Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo. If you have HP computer, go to HP website. So go to your system manufacturer website and then select your model number. Make sure that you select your computer and then go to drivers and download, and you can install the latest BIOS. Select the right operating system and then download the BIOS, and then you can install the system BIOS. Now before you install the system BIOS, in case of laptop, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer. And during the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. This has worked for many players. Now the next step is to set Windows power plant to power saver. This had also worked for many players, so you can try this. So type in control panel in Windows search box and then go to control panel. Now go to hardware and sound and then go to power options. Now over here you can see balanced high performance. You might also see power saver. So if you see power saver, select power saver, put a check on power saver and then save it, and then you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can even try balanced and then you can launch the game and then check. You can even try high performance. So first of all, try power saver and then check, and then if that does not work, you can try different plan and then check. And then you have to restart the game. Make sure that you restart the game. Now the next step is to verify the game files. This is important, so you can go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, go to install files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Now during the verification, you might see like corrupt files, or maybe some file needs to be installed, 7 files or maybe 5 files. So you have to complete this process. So once this is 100% complete, now you can launch the game and then check. This as well for many players. Now the next step is to try DX11 in launch option or DX12 in launch option. Now for many users, for me DX12 has worked. So in the launch option you can type in dash DX12 and then you can close this, launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can even try dash DX11 and then check. Still not working, then you can remove this, follow the next step. Now the next step is to install Intel Extreme Tuning Utility Tool. Now if you have already installed this, then you can launch this. If not installed, you can install it from the Intel website. Now once you install it, then you can open it and then you can lower down CPU core ratio to 55 or maybe 54, 53 or 52. This has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. So you can try this. You can go to Intel Extreme Tuning Utility and then you can, for performance core ratio, you can set it to 55, maybe 54, 53, and then you can apply the settings and then you have to restart the game and then check. And after the system restart, you may have to repeat the process. Now the next step is to disable turbo. Now this is not recommended. This may affect performance because once you disable turbo, this will definitely affect performance. So you can lower down graphics settings in the game. You can launch the game if you are able to launch the game. Like if you have this installed on your computer, like Throttlestop, you can install it, you can Google it, install it, and then you can put a check on disable turbo and then you can click on save over here. And once you save it, now you have to restart the game. Just restart the game once again and then check. Once you are able to launch the game, you can go to graphics settings and then lower down. Like if the graphics setting overall quality is set to epic, you can set it to high performance or maybe medium and then you can check. Once done playing the game, you can always uncheck this, save it, and then you can Now still not working. In that case, next step is for AMD users, turn on or turn off AMD Fluid Motion Frames 2. Now for this you can go to graphics options in AMD Adrenaline, and then you can go to AMD Fluid Motion Frames 2, and if this is like already enabled, you can disable it and then check. If this is already disabled, you can enable it and then check. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, open this link in a browser. The link is provided in the video description. This has also worked for many players, so go to Microsoft website. Here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. You can download x86, and then you have to download x64. You have to run both the exe files. So download x86 first, and then you can run this exe file. So run the exe file. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Click on yes to allow. Now download x64 file. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Click on yes to allow and let the process complete. Now once installed, you have to restart your computer. So now restart is a must. After this, restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to perform a clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select the right product over here, and then select the right series, and then make sure that you select your series, and then select your graphic card over here. Now once you select your graphic card, select the right operating system. So if you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10, then click on find, and then it will take you to this page. Now over here, the latest one, GeForce Game Ready driver. Now click on view over here, and then you will see the download option. Click on download, and then once the download is complete, you can run this exe file. Now once you run this exe file, click on yes to allow, and then click on OK, and then you will see the screen. Click on agree and continue, then select custom option over here, and then click on next. Then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation, and then click on next and let the installation complete. Once the installation is complete, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to turn on hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Now for this, just type in this in Windows search box, and then click on graphics settings. Go to graphics settings. So simply type in graphics settings in Windows search box, go to graphics settings, and then on this over here you can see advanced graphics settings. Click on it, and over here if this is off, you can turn it on. Now launch the game and then check. Next step is to rename or delete the save game files. Now when you rename or delete the save game files, you will lose all the game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So open File Explorer, go to this PC, open C drive. Now open users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data. If you don't see app data over here at the top, click on view, select show, and then put a check on hidden items, and then open app data folder. Open the local folder, and then over here find the game Stalker 2 folder. Open the saved folder. First of all, you can delete the config file. Do not delete the save game files now. Just delete the config file. So you can just make a right click on the config, and then you can click on delete. But when you delete it, all the saved settings will be lost. So you can delete this. Once this is deleted, now you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, go back, and here you can see Stalker 2. Make a right click and then click on rename, and then you can rename it. When you rename it, all the game progress will be lost. You have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, if you want, you can create a backup if you want. So before you just rename or delete it, you can just copy it and you can maybe paste to the desktop, and then you can just make a right click. Once you have a backup, now you can once you have a backup, make a right click, and then you can go to rename and rename it .old, and then launch the game. You can even delete the save game files and then check. Now the next step is to skip this step if you're not able to launch the game. If you're able to launch the game, you can, as soon as you launch the game, if you're able to launch the game and then try window mode. Press Alt plus Enter. Also turn off frame generation, turn off light shafts, turn off NVIDIA Reflex low latency, lower down graphics settings, and then check. So if you're able to launch the game first. So as soon as you launch the game, immediately press Alt plus Enter to go to the window mode and then check. So once you launch the game, go to options and then go to graphics. Now over here, scroll down. Over here you can see light shafts. Now if this is enabled, you can disable it and scroll down. Now over here under performance boost, here you can see FSR3 frame generation. Now if this is enabled, you can disable it and then apply the settings and then go to display. Now over here scroll down and here you can see NVIDIA Reflex low latency. Now if this is enabled, you can disable this and then apply, and then also over here if this is set to full screen, you can try window mode over here and lower down resolution. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p, or you can even lower down more. Apply the settings and then go to options once again and then go to graphics. Now overall quality, if this is set to high or epic, you can set it to high. You can even select medium and then apply the settings and then check the performance. Now the next step is to install the game on to SSD. So if you have a game is installed to HDD, then try to install the game to SSD and then check. This has also worked for many players. Now the next step is to launch the game from the game installation folder. Now for this you can go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage. Now click on browse local files. This will take you to the game installation folder. Now open this Stalker 2 folder, binaries Win64. Here you can see this exe file. Make a right click on the game exe file, select properties, go to this tab, put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game from here. If that does not work, go to properties, now put a check over here, select Windows 8, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game and then check. Still not working, go to properties and go to this tab, and this time select Windows 7 over here, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game and then check. If that does not work, put a check on disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game from here and then check. If that does not work, go back and do the same thing with this exe file. So again, properties, go over here, put a check on run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game. If that does not work, put a check over here, select Windows 8, hit apply, click on OK. If that does not work, select Windows 7, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game and then check. Also try disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game. Now when you put a check on all these boxes, still it's not working, then you can uncheck these boxes and then hit apply, click on OK. Do the same thing with the second exe file. Make a right click, select properties and then uncheck all these boxes and follow the next step. Now the next step is to, now this is important. So if you're using any third-party antivirus like Komodo, Avast, AVG, McAfee, Norton, Bitdefender, whichever antivirus program you're using, allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Allow the game folder or the game exe file to the exception list of that particular antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings and then go to privacy and security, or update and security in Windows 10 and then click on Windows security and then click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the bottom you will see manage ransomware protection, click on it and then click on allow an app through control folder access, click on yes to allow and then click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse all apps, go to the game installation folder. So wherever the game is installed, if the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program file 686, open the Steam folder, Steam apps folder, then open the common folder, open the game folder, select the game exe file, click on open, again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps and then open Stalker 2 binaries, Win64, select this exe file, click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box, open control panel, and then system and security, Windows Defender Firewall. Click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings at the top. Click on allow another app. Click on browse, and then again go to the game installation folder. Open the game folder, select it, open, add. In my case, the game is already added. Again, click on allow another app. Click on browse. Open this folder, binaries, Win64. Select this exe file. Click on open, and then click on add. Once the game is added over here, now you can launch the game and then you can check. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box, and then go to graphics settings, and then click on add desktop app, and then again open the game folder, open Stalker 2, binaries, Win64, select this exe file, click on add. Once the game is added, scroll down and find the game in the list. So once you find the game, click on this, and then over here you can see let Windows decide, select high performance, and you will see your graphic card over here, and then you can check. If that does not work, again click on add desktop app, and this time you go back over here and select the first exe file and do the same thing. So once you see the game over here added, now click on over here, again select high performance, and you will see your graphic card. Now you can launch the game and then check. Still not working, then unplug all the external devices which you're not using. So if you have HOTAS, pedals, wheels, or any kind of USB adapter connected, disconnect it. Except mouse and keyboard, disconnect everything and then launch the game. If you have extra controller connected, sometimes we have extra controller connected, disconnect it. Disconnect multiple monitor. If you have multiple monitor setup, disconnect it. Try launching the game on single monitor. Disable Steam overlay. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select properties, turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game, and then check. Also, if you have any other overlay application, like if you have Discord running, go to Discord settings, turn off overlay, go to GeForce Experience if you're using it, go to settings, and then turn off in-game overlay. So close, or you can simply close all the overlay application and then launch the game. Also close all the overclocking application, like if you have MSI Afterburner running, Riva Tuner running. So just close all the overclocking application and then launch the game. Also, if you are undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Next step is to update Windows to the latest version. This is very important. So open Windows settings, go to Windows Update, and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, then restart your computer. After the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in View Advanced System Settings in Windows search box, and then click on View Advanced System Settings, and then click on the first settings, and then go to Advanced tab, and then click on Change over here, and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive, and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 GB. So 116 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM that is into 1.5. So in my case initial size is 24576, and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the last step is to uninstall the game. If nothing is working, you can uninstall and reinstall the game to different drives. So make a right click on the game, manage, uninstall. Now after the uninstall, go to the game installation folder and then delete the game folder. Restart your computer and install the game to C drive. Like if the game is installed to D drive, E drive or any external drive, try to install the game to C drive and then check. If the game is already installed to C drive, then try to install the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to run the game successfully on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.